Hey everyone, I'm Wa.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to Sweeties.
We're two longtime friends who discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy world of reality TV and docuseries.
Yes, but through our own lens, which can be peppery, and it could be a little paprika, maybe a little cayenne, maybe a little almost said Kanye, haha, maybe a little Aleppo pepper, but at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet. Hi.
Hello, so we're here today to talk to you guys about Love is Blind Season 4, Episode 3. Is love really blind? And the truth is no, because these two fools who we're going to talk about in this episode really feel like they know this person and are kind of going after them based on preconceived notions of what they think these folks are. What's Aleppo pepper?
Oh, just like a different kind of pepper. There's just so many kind of peppers, like jalapeno peppers. There's
Oh,
yeah, and there's just what are the other peppers?
Kind of pepper.
There's just so many peppers. Adobo peppers. There's just so many kind of peppers.
But
One's called
is Aleppo like Mexican?
No, Aleppo is a Syrian city, and I do think of as Aleppo pepper as maybe being that region from the
Okay.
Levantine region.
That's
But
cool.
if I'm wrong, I'm sure I can hear about it.
Great. I mean, that definitely more you know. Boom, bing, boom.
Ding.
So, this episode we're talking about really just Chelsea and Kwame, or let's just call him Alex for this episode, and Paul and Irina.
Is it Paul and Irina? No, it's the other one.
Zach and Irina.
God damn it, I keep doing it too. Yes, it's Zach and Irina. For some reason, I keep calling him Paul, even though Paul's with Micah. Paul's with Michael. Zach and Irina are together. Okay.
Paul and Michael, like Michael Paul, someone's parent are together, or Micah and Paul. That's why Micah and Paul are together. And so we're not talking about them in this episode. We're talking about the asshole that is known as Irina and the asshole that's known as Alex.
Yeah, I know. Too bad they don't hook up. But let me tell you what happens, because they both need someone to feed off of. Okay, so Chelsea is working out, and she's just talking about how she's in workout clothes, and she's gonna massage. I think I forgot who it is, and she's like, yeah, I like to massage my man, to cater to my man, and
she's massaging Amber.
Yeah. Okay, and then Kwame talks about that he likes her because she's so into him, and we have seen the archetype of someone who wants to be with someone just because of how they make them feel, which is they feel really wanted and valued and into them. And in the moments in which they're not feeling that, it's, they're not into it. And here's the thing, we can also maybe call that insecure attachment style, right? A little bit. But basically, Kwame plays Chelsea the guitar and sings a song. The song is called Real Thing, and it's at first he's gonna wants to improv a song with her, so he's like, you take the chorus, and the chorus is Real Thing, and it goes strum 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 dee 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 real thing, or whatever. She's just it's okay. Every time she says oh, great job, Alex. I mean, Kwame, he's like, you're cute. He has the kind of vibe that he just enjoys, a narcissistic feeling of being loved and valued by Chelsea, especially because he did not get that from Micah,
Yeah, he is annoying when he says that, and I want better for Chelsea, because normally I'm like, who cares if you're second fiddle? Because the truth is, I think people can like several people at one time, but in this case, it's gross. And so next we move on to Zach and Irina. So Zach gives Irina a teddy bear from that his mother bought or left him, or some with his mother and this teddy bear. And Irina is like, I can't keep this because it's weird that it's from your dead mom. At that point, I'm just like, Irina, you're too young for him. This is a too young situation. She's an idiot, and it's annoying. And she wants to know this doll. His name's Ralphie. She's like, did Bliss meet Ralphie too? First of all, mind your own business. Ugh, so annoying.
Yeah.
Um,
She goes in. I mean, Irina with this bear, I mean, whether she feels insecure that she can't take the bear home or whether the bear represents him and the fact that he gave himself to both her and Bliss was too much for her. But then, I mean, she is like, fuck those cupcakes, fuck the candle. Like, I'll tell you what it is. She's like, I can't walk into Bliss baking cupcakes anymore. Here is what it is. I'm going to give you the old, what was his name that did this to Jax from the other episode? I call
no, it
John.
was who did
I'm
it
gonna
for
pack my bags. Not Marshall,
Josh.
but
Oh, I
Josh.
mean
She's
Jose.
like,
Jose. Jose.
I hate you, Josh. So she's basically like, if you don't know by now, if it's not me, then I'm just gonna leave. Because honestly, you've had 10 hours in a pod with her. What is the difference between her and me? And I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you the differences I see. Listen, she's intelligent, but I'm street smart. Yes, she uses fancy words. I'll tell you right now, she's also way older than me. Way older than me. I'm only 25. And in that moment, I was like, oh shit, can you do that? I guess you can. The whole thing about Love is Blind is like, like you don't know certain things about the person, what the person looks like, whatever. And obviously, if someone's significantly older than you can hear it in their voice. Like, you can't be like, oh, nice youngster back here. No, my name is Debbie, and I really want to start dating. You're not like, obviously, that lady is like 75 or whatever. But like, the fact that Irina called out a physical feature, kind of, or a feature or a truth of one of the other contestants, like broke the boundary for some way where I was like, she might not be the only, she probably isn't the only person that's ever done that. I mean, sure, but like, it was just, it felt, well, it felt real fucked up. It felt real fucked up. Wow.
No, she's the only person who's ever done it. Like, so then Paul and Irina have a conversation where Paul's like, listen, I think that you're just more vicious than Bliss. And Irina's
It's
like,
not Paul.
yeah, Zach. Zach's like, I think you're more vicious than Bliss. And Irina's like, I can't believe that you would say that. I'm kind of offended that you would even say something like that about me.
Oh
Because
my god, no, don't say it to me. I hate it. It's not true. What? I mean, Irina is. I've never seen someone take such utter joy in misery. She is misery loves company, honey. She's like a, Russian Kathy Bates. I don't know what to tell you. I don't, oh my God. Wow, go on.
wait a minute, I don't have anything to say, but I want to say this.
Yeah. She is just. God, she just takes such elation and like sinisterness and nefariousness. She is just like she is the perfect villain, like she really. I hope for the rest of her life that she like gets to be like a reality show person. Like, I like to see her in other things. No, I
Absolutely
don't.
not.
No, I think that I want to see her fuck everyone up now.
Boo,
Like
hiss,
I want to see
boo.
her fuck up.
No.
So anyway, so yeah, that happens, and then after, like, it's so funny because he calls her vicious, and he's just like,
I think
Bliss
that
doesn't
you
like that.
really take care of people that you love. Like, what's happening right now is that on my screen, I'm like watching the moment that they meet each other and her react to him. It is hilarious. What episode is this? I can't see. I have my glasses on. But did you see, Chris? Did you see when Irina and Paul,
Yes, I'm already
Zach
in
meet?
Mexico. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in
Okay.
Mexico.
I don't know what episode happens when.
I've
But
I've been in Mexico.
it is
So
so telling. It is so telling the way she behaves when she sees this man, and he has gone through such lengths to be with her.
I know, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love every part of it. Does make me happy. So he's like, no, you will hurt someone that hurts you, and I'm just like not like that. And when I talk to you, I know that you love me, and it's real with no strings attached, and I trust you, and it means more than anything. And we're just like, oh my God, you're the dumbest person. She just loves to like play girl games. Later on, he's like, I just love the way Bliss thinks. Yeah, like Oh, right, Kyle. And then Bliss and Paul have, Bliss and Kyle, Bliss and Al. What's his name? God damn
Who's
name.
Kyle?
Why can't I remember this person's name? I'm like losing my mind.
Who is Kyle?
I don't know what's wrong with me, honey, but they both have owls as spirit animals. And I'll tell you, there are too many times on Zach. Zach Morris. Okay, so I'll tell you this. There's too many times on the show where these dumbass people have the smallest little inkling of a coincidence and they lose their minds. Like, oh my God, you like owls? No, wait, I have always loved owls. No, owls are my thing. Owls. I'm always just like owls all the time. Who? Me. That's what it is. Like, I love owls. And I'm just like, that's not, no, you're fine. Like, no, you're fine. I don't know. The way that they just like freak out and overreact to the dumbest coincidences just, feels
Okay.
not authentic. Wow, how's the skin feel? Moisturized? It looks that way. Jesus, wow.
I have a detailed skin routine. And it's late here, so I had to like start my skin routine while I'm doing multitasking. I'm doing it for the docu-sweeties because I want to provide this quality content. Is there not one thing that someone were to say like, I once dated a man who was like, I too enjoy paranormal romance. Is there nothing that a man could say that would make you go, oh my God, me too? Chris, nothing?
Mm. 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 My tastes are so decidedly, in the spectrum of male to female, swings heavily towards female.
Okay, well, just throw something out female. Like paranormal romance is decidedly female, and there's men who've been like, yeah, I don't know if I love the romance portion of it, but I love the paranormal romance.
Okay, check off. Sorry, check off.
Okay, that is very niche. That is like you're asked now. You're saying you're dating a person who went to college for theater.
No, or a person that enjoys Russian literature, or a person that is Russian, or a person that enjoys literature, or a person that, I don't know.
Chekhov is so.
I thought the whole point, babe, was to be niche. I thought the whole point was going to be like.
It is to be niche. You're right. Chekhov, but Chekhov is very specific.
I want that. No, you give me that right now. Put that in my mouth.
Sorry. It's
no, she just did. She just showed up like chocolate.
I will mail it to you. You want me to mail it to you?
Yeah, no, obviously.
Okay,
so
there's 2 in here.
They love owls.
There's 2 in here, so I'll mail you this one.
No,
why not?
Okay, so Jacqueline feels good about Marshall. They're gonna meet. She shaves her pits. She puts on the most beautiful kind of caramely chocolate gown. It's just gorgeous. It's like silk. It just like hits her body in all the right places. She has a beautiful, big curly hair. It's just like so thick and luscious, and it's all to one side. She has this neutral palette of makeup on. She looks just a vision. Okay. She says, listen, if Marshall is a breast man, he's a breast man, but you can get that stuff at the chicken joint, honey, because she feels like whatever. Here's the thing. In this moment, she feels like what? She has to, she feels insecure, and everyone does, because they're going to meet someone. And what if they're not their physical type? But Jacqueline's so beautiful. And the truth of the matter is, whoever you are and, whatever your body type is, it's only an asshole that would like hold that against you. And if that person is it either way, then like that person isn't for you. So,
yeah.
They meet, and I'll tell you that Marshall and Jacqueline have a great first meeting. Like when they see each other, it's really lovely. He's obviously taken aback. He says it's the best day of his life. I cried. Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but who does she say he looks like? Maybe this doesn't happen at this point, so I won't hold that against you. Maybe it happens in episode 5.
I don't know.
She's like, he looks like Will Smith.
Oh, yes. No, okay. I thought she said Fresh Prince of Bel. Okay, this is so interesting. I thought she said Fresh Prince of Bel Air, but I thought she meant Carlton.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is Will Smith.
I know. I understand it because obviously, but I thought she was saying he looks I know, but I think he looks so much more like Carlton that I thought she was going to reference the show first and then the character, but then I realized what she referenced was in fact Will Smith and not saying like show character, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Carlton. That's right. It didn't come out of her mouth, but that was my first thought. Yes, I forgot. Um Listen, then we have I mean, okay, so then wait, it says okay, so then wait. Okay, so Bliss loves Pink, and then Zach has to, break up with her and she cries. And
Yeah.
he says, yeah. And later on she comes in the room and her BFF is kind of like I don't know if like, why don't you go in there? I think it's Tiffany. Like, why don't you go in there and like, did you say anything back to him? Did you try and make your case? And I want to applaud this moment
Yep.
because this is exactly what it is. She's
Yep.
like, no, no. He, first of all, he's a grown ass man. He made his decision who he thinks he wants to be with, who will make him happy. Who the fuck
Mm-hmm.
am I to like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
B, I'm not gonna fight for a man to pick me second from what? No. I'm fine. That's not it. No,
Yep.
I'm chill. I'm going to just wish them the best, honey. Just like Gwyneth Paltrow to that guy that, sued her and then he lost. I wish you the best. That's what she said to him as she left the court. God bless. And that's what it is. On to the next, honey. Absolutely not. I was so happy for her to do that. Obviously, I'm so happy for Bliss. Like, she doesn't need this in her life.
Yep. I thought Tiffany's advice was real like dumb, but in the moment it was like she was trying to help her. But very pick me and like who has that energy? Not me.
I think Tiffany's also like, please, because I want you to be on the show, so you'll be my friend for the next part when we're in Mexico instead of what ends up happening. I
Yeah.
think that's also, a situation. So basically, then we have Kwame's long proposal to Chelsea, and he starts about talking about how he usually wears black pants, but now he's wearing, khaki pants, and he realizes that sometimes different pants work. They just like how he wanted to pick Micah, the black pants in this metaphor, and he couldn't find Micah because she left and the black pants had walked out. And what was left? Khaki pants, Chelsea. And he put Chelsea on and was like, I guess I can go outside.
Yeah, it kind of fits. Kind of works. It's at least khaki. Because really what I wanted was khaki. I wanted blonde. I wanted khaki. And I couldn't get the other khaki, the black khaki, which is not black, but is also tan.
Khaki.
In this
Cream, I
metaphor,
wanted ivory.
it doesn't work. This metaphor doesn't work. But the truth is, he's like, I won't pick this other blonde biddy, but I'll pick you because you're like second best. And then we have Paul who sings a song to Irina about him living under a bridge, and like Irina like fully hates him singing, so it's hilarious. And then we have uh they have the like get on one knee conversation, and then Alex, Kwame, etc. Yes, and that is the end of this episode, y'all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wanted to talk about the fact that Chelsea wears a Barbie pink leisure bandage dress. I mean, I just can't believe it. I just can't
Oh, when
believe
they
it. That's
meet
what
each
she
other?
wears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Chelsea and Kwame meet, and they're just like both like, am I gonna? They're just like they're like it's a lot of touchy feely wheelie dealy immediately. You know what I'm saying? So,
It's one of the
basically,
better. It's one of the better meetings, because we get a meeting between Micah and Paul. Not so awesome. We get a meeting between Tiffany and Brett. Awesome. We get a meeting between Jacquelina, and Marshall. Awesome. So it feels like we're two for three right now.
yeah, in this moment when Chelsea gets proposed to in the weird way in which he proposed to her, and when she has to be like, let me say can I say a few words, and he's like, oh yeah, to her, and during her own proposal, and then she just goes on and like praises him, and when she has to tell him, you should You should get down and on a knee. I wonder if she's gonna watch all this and be like, "Oh, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh, I missed him. Just blindly, just over and over again." I think that all of these are kind of moments anyway. But you know what? Hindsight's 2020. You know, it's also 2020. Watching it edited on television for you, which is better than 2020. It's an in-depth look. All right, my loves, that brings us to the end of this episode. And let me tell you right now, if you want to follow us on social media, you absolutely can. You can follow us on Instagram at DocuSweeties. On Instagram at DocuSweeties is where we do the majority of our content. But we also have a Twitter. It's at DocuSweeties1, and TikTok, if that ever still exists, at DocuSweeties. If you want to, you can also see the visuals, and including Wa's incomplete skincare routine. Wa?
Yes, you can do so on patreon.com/DocuSweeties. $10 a month. It's 2 Starbucks coffee a month that you would just need to give up in order to give us that. And you are gonna get quality content and the visuals thereof. Also the audios. I keep forgetting to put the audios up, but I will. Also, you guys, I am on episode 2 of season 1 of 90 Day Fiancé. And guess what? Guess who's on that season? Powell and Russ. Who knew? I knew they were in the earlier seasons, but I didn't know they were season 1. Also, we've got the Brazilian girl, Kirilim. I can't really say her name, and the Mormon guy. Don't remember his name.
So pretty. She's so gorgeous, isn't she?
Beautiful. I mean, like gorgeous.
She's the kind of ethereal beauty that you're like, oh, you just look like you could be. If I was a modeling scout, you're just a model. You're just like, well, I'm a model. You know, look at your face. That's so crazy.
Full lips. Bluest eyes, like just so innocent. And that man is so happy that he finds her that he's like randomly jealous of her, like getting a kiss on the hand from the actor who is playing Johnny Depp from Caribbean pirate movie On the Streets of Hollywood Boulevard. It is wild. And so then we have 2 other couples who I don't recognize at all. So they must have fallen off of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise like Hill, because Killiam and whatever her man's name is, like they haven't been on any like Happily Ever After or anything like that. I think they were on something that was only on Discovery Plus, and that's how I kind of knew her, because she had a baby and she went back home for the first time. But like they've kind of stayed with the franchise, and I think they get like some opportunities, but they're kind of they take a step back. But these other couples, never heard of them in my life, never at all. So I'm gonna talk about that's not what she looks like on my season, but she looks great. She's a mom of like 3 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bad pic. Here, wait.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. So you guys, I will go live talking about a couple episodes at a time. It won't be like 1 episode, 2 episode, 3 episode 3, but it'll be like grouping of them. So if you're all interested in that content, you can join me on patreon.com/DocuSweeties. And we're going to have some intimate times, you and I together, and we're going to talk about certain shows. Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to you later. Bye.